Call it Rockingham Speedway, North Carolina Motor Speedway, or just the Rock. Rockingham is among stock car racing's most historic racetracks, and opening in 1965, Rockingham hosted 2 NASCAR Cup Series races annually until 2004, when it was dropped from the schedule of NASCAR's Premier Series. Starting as a flat 1-mile oval, Rockingham underwent a major overhaul in 1969, where it was reconfigured to a D-shaped high-banked racetrack measuring just over a mile. With an infield road course added for good measure, the track surface has proven to be particularly abrasive, adding tire conservation to the track's already daunting challenges. The most recent of NASCAR's National Series to take to these challenges were the trucks. Last year in 2013, and Kyle Larson being the last one to take that checkered flag. Hello YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. We welcome you to the live coverage of round 25 of 36 of the Outlaws Sim Series season here in the virtual Rockingham, North Carolina, where we continue to run to the playoffs with the penultimate race of the regular season. Good evening, folks. I'm Emerson Art, and I'm joined alongside Jacob Zella tonight, and we have a 192 lapped event to show you up here at the Rock. And the fun little high bank speedway that is, the unique D-shaped oval, should be quite the fun night. Let's go right in to the point standings coming into tonight. And well, once again, it's it's that same battle that's very thick with those 6 drivers there in white. We're looking at Devin Smith, they're top of the playoffs. Top of the drivers without a win. He has 83 points over the cut line. We'll find Kevin Thompson 40 above the cut line. Kyle Lingerfeld will be 27 above the cut line. File below the cut line will be Jason Miss 27. How about Brandon Richardson working his way into the playoff standings, 53 below the cut line, and Adam Gardner 54 back. Very, very tight playoff picture. Let's go ahead and take a shout out to our charity tonight, and tonight's charity is the Matt Brown Foundation, and the cost of a spinal cord injury is extremely high and can be burdensome for both the patients and their families, and it's estimated that in the first year alone, costs associated with a spinal cord injury can be up to $1 million. The Matt Brown Foundation is a dedicated 501c3 organization committed to helping individuals and families who have suffered or are recovering from spinal cord injuries. Again, we choose a charity each week to shout out, and we do the final 30 minutes of practice in name of a charity each week to try to give them the recognition that they deserve, especially in a time like this. And any support that we can give to them is plentiful. If you can donate to the Matt Brown Foundation, make sure you go either to mattbrownfoundation.org, or you can donate through our Facebook page. We'll have posts about today's race, and there'll be the donation button at the bottom of those posts that goes straight between you, Facebook, and the charity. And let's get to practice. And Jacob, what a fun little track this is. This is a tough, fast little 1-mile oval. And we'll get Jacob in a few minutes. But anyway, practice is going on, and Greg Holt's got on top of the charts. And Jacob, tell us about this track and maybe the challenges that this track can provide to these drivers.
This track is a high-banked oval, and it's kind of like Bristol in a sense, but it's longer, and it's a really tight track. You're gonna run the bottom a lot. Definitely gonna be loose. It's really nice to come back here. It's a great track, and we'll see what these drivers can do here tonight.
Right, NASCAR's Xfinity Series, then it was the Busch Series back in 2004, the last time that this series, well, these cars had ran at this track. Jamie McMurray won the last 2 races in the Busch Series. He ran in 2003 and 2004. So, interesting little tidbit there. Let's try to get on with the interview, shall we? We have a driver, again, who's been very, very passionate when it comes to these pre-race interviews, and hopefully soon they turn into post-race interviews. But Brandon Richardson, you had just inserted yourself into the playoff battle. I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but 53 points, 2 races. Can you do it? How you feeling?
I don't know. Like you said, that's a stretch. I'm feeling pretty good though. I've come off 3 top 10s here, so I'm hoping to, keep the ball rolling and try to make the cut. I mean, I'm gonna need some bad luck from Miz and Kyle, but I'm definitely gonna do what I can to put myself there.
Right on. Here at Rockingham, I'd say it's probably one of the fan favorites, especially from back at, well, I guess the early 2000s and so on. I mean, in the span of the 90s, 80s, 70s. But how do you feel about Rockingham and being able to drive one of these cars for 192 laps around here?
Honestly, I love the track. I downloaded it a couple weeks ago, and I think I ran the Xfinity cars on it when they had it in the week series or whatever with iRacing, and I felt really fast on the track. Being fast there compared to fast with these guys is two totally different things. But I think right now I'm sitting 7th, so I could definitely be worse. So I just got to keep the tires on it because tire wear is going to be crazy here, and just keep it clean.
Yeah, it's definitely a very abrasive track surface, and I think this interview was more or less set up by Jacob. So I'll kind of let Jacob take over if he has any questions for you, and if he wants to kind of drive the interview, Jacob. All right, looks like he's not here at the moment, but so you talk about tires and the abrasive track surface here at Rockingham. What can you do to save your tires? I mean, this is such a fast-paced racetrack. If you're really backing up these corners, I mean, are you not then losing time to your competitors, or how do you balance, I guess, saving tires at such a fast and high-bank track like Rockingham?
Yeah, honestly, that's a good question, and if you ever find out the answer to that, let me know, because supposedly these guys do it a lot better than I do. I'm just going to try to back up the corners and float through the center and kind of get on it easy on exit and save as much as I can. I've run about 20 laps in practice under this setup, and I'm in the mid 80s on the right front, so we're not terrible. But yeah, like I said, they know how to do it better than I do. I still feel like I'm just a rookie here.
I think to give you, I guess, a little bit of feel better, most of the series is rookies. This is all of our first seasons on iRacing, very new to iRacing as a series. I don't know if that makes you feel any better, but
just a little bit.
Yeah, we're all learning. Again, I got on here in April, and I know many people about that time or even after that. But Jacob, I think you're there. I know this is kind of your set up interview. Do you have any questions from Brandon?
Yeah. First of all, Brandon, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. My mic is kind of broke right now, so we're trying to get that fixed and ready to go. But it's not about that. How you feeling about the car tonight? I know Rockingham is it's very hard to learn. It's a tough track, and how you feeling?
I actually love the track, and I love the car on this track. I don't know why. I just, it's loose all the way around, and you can kind of get in the gas and just launch off the turns. And I've loved it ever since I bought it a couple weeks ago.
You've been doing really well this season. At the last half of the season, you're, I believe, 53 points behind. Do you think there's any way that you can get into the playoffs?
I'm definitely going to try. I don't know maybe I'm just finally learning the Xfinity cars or iRacing in general. But I'm kind of coming on strong towards the end. I'm hoping it's not a little too late, but all I can do is, give myself a chance here at the end and see where I end up.
Yeah, and then one more question for you. I'm gonna keep doing this to everyone. I do this to everyone every week. Caution count. How many we have in tonight?
What was that? How many cautions do you think we're gonna have tonight?
Yeah.
I would probably say we'll go with 3.
3 definitely sounds a lot better than I expect, but I mean, I guarantee you that's probably about what we'll have.
Yeah, I feel like it's, these guys, for whatever reason, we all keep it clean for the most part, but I mean, everybody loses it here and there. Hopefully I won't be one of those guys.
Yeah, I hope so too. Well, good luck to you tonight, and we'll see you at the finish line.
All right, thanks guys. I really appreciate it.
Right on, and that is Brandon Richardson, and we're getting ready to set up our next interview. But Brandon Richardson, very great to have in the booth. What a fun guy. And yeah, a little bit of you. I know we're supposed to be a little, impartial in the booth, but a little bit of you just kind of roots for him. He's so passionate about this, and if he could make the playoffs, that'd be great. I think he'd be a fun addition to the playoffs. But on the other side of that, there's drivers that are in trying to hold on to the spots they got. We got an interview lined up here with Kevin Thompson, who's sitting right now 12th in the playoff standings, and he sat 40 points over the cut line. But more importantly is if we get a first-time winner in one of these next 2 races, he only has 13 points over Lingerfeld. Thompson, what is your game plan coming into today? It's a very tight playoff battle.
It is a tight playoff battle, and I'm just trying to keep my car clean and stay competitive and stay close to the top 10.
Right on. Well, we're here at Rockingham. This is a fun track, a fast track, but a track that can really bite you if you get it wrong. How do you feel about this place?
I love this track. I wish NASCAR would go back to it. It's one of my favorite tracks since watching my all-time favorite driver, Case Kane and Bill Elliott, and it's tricky. Turns 1 and 2 is different than 3 and 4.
All right, turn 2 seems really tight. Would you say that's about the trouble spot in the track? And if not, what else are we looking for?
Yeah, turn 2 is the trouble turn. It reminds me of Dover out of turn 2. It gets so tight. Side-by-side racing will be very tight coming through there.
Right on. Hey, Jake, do you have any questions for one of our bubble drivers, Thompson?
Yeah, sure. First of all, Kevin, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
How do you feel about your chances to get into the playoffs? I know you're on the bubble, and I think you're in already.
Yeah, 40 above.
I'm correct. How do you feel? Do you think you can maintain that 40?
Oh yeah, if I keep doing what I've been doing the past couple of weeks and just keep running my own race and racing the track and not everyone else, I think I can do it.
And then I'll go ahead and send one more question out and then get you out on your way here. I'm going to ask everybody this. I ask everybody this all the time during these races. Caution count tonight, how many do you think we're going to have?
I'm going to say about, there's really good drivers in here, 2 to 3.
And that's what Brandon Richardson said as well. Well, good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, best luck to you tonight and to figure that playoff battle. And yeah, hopefully we're taking you on the far side. Best luck to you.
Yeah, y'all too.
Rock on. And that was Kevin Thompson, driver of the number 89. I'm trying to get him down to his right Discord channel. We have a few Discord channels in here, so I'm trying to get him down there. Right on, we got him down there. All right, so a couple of playoff drivers on either side of the line. I'd love maybe a Lingerfeld or Miz interview, or we might get Miz in a few, but for sure I know this driver. He's well into the playoffs. I think the top seed in the playoffs is this driver, Mr. Seth Berger. But more importantly, there's a new sponsor on the hoods of these Swift cars. Seth, tell us about him.
Yeah, so thanks to the company Liftworks for sponsoring us. They supply lifting machines, all kinds of good stuff, even forklifts that can go sideways in the Chicagoland area. So anyone looking for lifts or anything like that, I would definitely hit up Liftworks Incorporated.
Rock on. So right now you're sitting 5th in practice, Rockingham. How do you feel about this track? I know there's a lot of people loving this place because what it means to NASCAR and the history here. How do you feel about this place?
I have a lot of fun at this track, even though it's I think you're gonna have to be bottom feeding at this track. I typically like the tracks that you're up against the wall, but it's got a lot of bumps. I mean, you just gotta hit the bumps right so the car can turn as much as possible, and that's where you find the real speed at. So I think it's just gonna be, I think saving the right front tire is gonna be the biggest with the amount of banking here. But yeah, man, I'm excited for tonight. Don't have the qualifying pace I was looking for, but hopefully I got the race pace that I'm looking for.
So you mentioned tire saving, and we knew this was going to be a factor coming into today with such an abrasive racetrack. But how do you balance that? It's such a fast racetrack that really anytime you're kind of backing off the corners, you're losing a lot of time. How do you balance saving tires and pushing to stay up with your other competitors?
Honestly, what I've seen is just driving into the corners easier. You're able to roll the center a lot better, or you give yourself more options in the center of the corner on what line you're going to try to run, how much you're going to try to arc it or diamond the corner. So for me, me driving in easier has helped me roll the center a lot better. So that's my game plan at least.
Rock on, rock on. Jacob, you have any questions for number 1 seed in the playoffs right now, Seth Berger?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I'm sorry?
Okay, just make sure this is working. Yeah, sure. Seth,
So I can't hear anything. I heard you a little bit, but someone's making a lot of noise.
sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Alright, Seth, how you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm alright. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get my mic fixed. There's a little issues over here on my side, but how you feel about that number 77 machine tonight?
I feel like it'll have decent pace. Looking for a top 3, but I enjoy this track, so I'll definitely try to go for the win. But Greg Holt looks extremely fast tonight, and Max said that this is one of his favorite tracks, so definitely going to have some strong competition tonight, I think.
What do you think it'll take for you to beat Max and Greg Holt here tonight at Rockingham?
Honestly, I'm going to have to do a lot of learning for the first half of this race, because if you're only a few inches off your line, you're not going to hit a great lap time. So I'm seeing that most with qualifying right now. It's almost a 10th and a half difference I'm looking at. But I think once I can figure out my entry and how much I want to let the car drift up in the turns to cut back down, I think I'll be able to find more pace.
Yeah, 10-4. And then I'll go ahead and get one more question in with you. Let you on your way here. Caution count tonight. What do you got for us?
Man, normally other tracks I have an idea of what cautions might be, but this is only a mile long and highly banked, so I'm gonna say 3 cautions tonight.
And that's basically about what everyone was saying. Well, if Emerson has any questions, I'll go ahead and let you go. Good luck tonight, Seth.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I don't have any more. I know this is mainly to shout out that new company on the hood, and yeah, I guess one more. As a team, how do you think Team Swift's gonna do? It sounds like gonna be a pretty strong running for most of Team Swift, but how do you feel?
I think we should do good tonight. It'll be great to represent Liftworks in a great way for the first time, and hopefully we could represent them well for the rest of the season. But Max is obviously saying he loves this place, and if he loves a place, he's typically really fast there. Malenko said he wasn't the biggest fan of this, but he's obviously found pace. So I think Malenko is going to be up front as well. I think we're going to be right around each other. Honestly, I think we're going to leave off the way we finished last week's race.
Rock on, rock on. All right, I'll leave you to it. Best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
All right, thank you.
And that is Seth Berger, Burger Nation's number 77 driver, and one of the Team Swift competitors that we see most weeks, just up there towards the front. I want to give a shout out to Sean Thompson. Says, "Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?" Oh, I'm guessing they're referencing your mic there, Jacob. Lisa Berger says, "Seth Nation in the house. Go number 77. Love to see the Burger Nation support." And we got another interview lined up. Oh, what's up?
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm having a little technical difficulties. My mic just broke during the stream, so sorry about that. I think I got it underway now, and we'll be able to get back to doing what we usually do.
Right on. Well, we have another interview lined up with another one of the playoff drivers, and he's 27 below the cut line. It's not going to be easy, but this is racing, and this is Rockingham, and this is going to be a fun track. And next week at North Wilkesboro is going to be absolute chaos. But Miz, 27 points back. Some two I guess very history-filled tracks that we got up tonight and next week. How you feeling?
About as good as the other week. Not so good.
Man, it really hurts because I'm trying to be upbeat with everybody, and I root for everybody as a whole. I know not everybody can make the playoffs, but as a whole, it does hurt to see drivers struggling. This is a tough stretch of races. What do you think is it going to take for you to, I guess, turn up the wick here tonight from 19th on the practice charts?
Keep watching Greg Holt like I am and see how he's doing it.
Yes, watching film. If it makes you feel better, Adrian Schumacher, the stretch of tracks, he's not heard of a lot of these tracks, and he's been doing a lot of his running, being primarily a road course racer, a self-proclaimed road course racer. He's done a lot of watching film to, improve upon himself. So I think watching Greg Holt, I think that's already a useful guide.
Yep. I've already seen where I was messing up. Just overcharging the corners. Just gotta learn how to drive the track. I'll be patient. I mean, we have 192 laps. I know I ain't gonna win it, but if I can get a top 10 and just keep trucking along, and I like North to Wilkes-Barre. I'm not calling my shot, but I was pretty sure I'll do a lot better there than I'm going to this week.
Rock on. How do you feel about Rockingham just as a track and as a fan? I know, it was back in NASCAR's golden age, 90s, 2000s. I mean, it was before the 90s as well. But how do you feel about Rockingham?
It's a fun track. I love it. I'm just haven't ran it enough to actually know how to drive it yet, but it's fun. And the few races that I can actually remember from it, they were always fun to watch, so.
Fair enough. Hey Jacob, you have any questions for Miz?
Sure, I'll go ahead and throw a couple in for Miz. Miz, how you doing?
All right, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. You're a little below the cut line in Myrtle Beach. We had that. We interviewed you, and then it got a little bad for you. But what's it gonna take here tonight to make a comeback after Myrtle Beach's downfall?
It's gonna take a lot of luck, because I'll need probably about 15 people to tow the road cars for me to have any kind of chance, if I'm being honest.
Oh man.
But I'm just a realist. I know I have a big uphill battle, but never know.
And then
myself before.
Right. And one more question for you. Caution count tonight. I asked everybody this. So what do you got for us tonight?
I'm gonna say we're gonna have 3 total cautions. I think we'll have an early one, just everybody trying to sort themselves out, and then I think we'll go green flag for a while, and then right after pit stops we'll probably have one, and then we'll always get that late one because everybody pressure ramps up and everybody's trying to get that little bit extra. So I'm calling 3.
That's what I like to hear. Good luck to you tonight, Miz, and we'll see you on the flip side.
All right, thank you. Hope to talk to you guys later.
For sure. Best luck to you. And that was one of our playoff drivers, Jason Miz, or one in the bubble, 27 back. But anything can happen, especially Rockingham, the fast-paced, high-bank track. If an accident happens in front, it's a self-cleaning racetrack, so the cars are gonna wash to the bottom, and it's a bottom lane track. It could take out a lot of cars. You never know.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people have said 3 cautions tonight. I mean, everybody said 3 cautions tonight from who was interviewed.
Yeah, that's a new one. As I like to do, I like to ask everybody how many cautions are gonna. That's kind of my thing. And yeah, 3 cautions. Everybody expecting about 3. I don't know. These drivers are really good, so we'll see if it comes up to 3.
Want to shout out the chat. I know we've had a lot of people come on in. Sean Thompson said, "LOL, it's all good." So back to the McDonald's conversation. Pam Williams says, "Let's go, Seth. How about Bomb Squad Ryan in the house? Ryan, one of my F1 drivers on Sunday nights, in the house tuning in. Glad to have you, buddy. And hopefully you tune in for a little bit and enjoy the show." Lisa Pratt says, "Wednesday night racing. Let's go, Andrew number 75. Right on. Would love to have the support of all these drivers. Ron Groff is tagged another person. So, yes, please bring in the viewers. The more the merrier. Hopefully it's a great show for everybody to tune in and watch tonight. And, looks like it's a fun little racetrack with a lot of little nuances. The bumps and the D-shaped oval and the high banks and the tight turn 2. So many things to this racetrack that make it Rockingham. See if we can find another interviewee. tonight. Max Service says he likes the track, huh? We should interview Max Service, you think?
We should definitely interview Max Service. He said he loved the track, so let's go ahead and get it.
All right,
See-
Mr. I love the track. Max Service, how we doing?
I think his mic is muted.
His mic is muted. Wondering if he's there.
Um,
One more time. Hey, Max, this is the Outlaws booth. You got a copy? All right, he's not here at the moment, but he's running second. So, looking pretty stout in practice. Can he hold through in qualifying and the race? We'll have to see. Who else?
I mean, should we get another whole interview or?
Let's go for it. Yeah, he's got a new wheel tonight, so let's see if we can get a Greg Holt interview going. And yeah, last week's winner and trying to go for three in a row. Greg Holt. Greg, new wheel tonight, I hear.
Yes.
How's it feeling?
It feels all right. A little worried about tire wear. I'm not sure. I'm not used to it yet, so we'll see. We'll find out how it works. Feels fast, but just I'm not sure about that long run speed.
I guess we're gonna have to find out. Well, Rockingham, what do you think of this little place?
I was getting last week. You asked me if I'd ran here. I have ran here. I've ran here a bunch. I like it. I've had some really good races here in the top split A Open. Just gonna take luck. It's gonna be real hard to pass. Exit to turn 2 is gonna be real scary with somebody on the outside of you.
I think Kevin Thompson made the what's it called? The analogy? I think that's the word I'm looking for. To turn 2 being the same kind of corner exit as Dover. Would you agree to that? And is there any other trouble spots we're looking at tonight?
I would say you're gonna, once the tires wear in, you're gonna see the exit of 4 is gonna get scary when that right rear starts going away. You'll probably see a lot of people losing it there. But yeah, the exit of 2 is a lot like Dover. I would say it's probably worse than Dover. Yeah, and just that out, when you get up near that wall there, it gets real tight. You're gonna see a lot of people eating that. Hopefully nobody's under them when they do.
So this little stretch of races, this is a lot of legacy tracks, and I say legacy, they're not named legacy on iRacing, but as far as the NASCAR Nationwide, or I'm sorry, the Xfinity Series, I really said Nationwide, but NASCAR Busch Series racing, you know, last week, last week, you know, these series, oh wow, on the track, like Lucas Oil in Kentucky and Myrtle Beach and Rockingham and North Wilkesboro next week. What do you like? What do you think about this little stretch of races?
I love it. I'm a short track guy. I like the older tracks. Some of these places you don't get to see them go to. They're so much fun. I wish they were all like this. I hate that. I hate that flat-footed all the way around and maybe lift for a second. You know, I want you to brake. Got to work the car.
Right on. Hey Jacob, you have any questions for our 3-time Outlaw Sim Series winner Greg Holt?
Sure, Greg. How you doing?
I'm good, Jacob. How about yourself?
I'm good. All right. So tonight is the fast-paced short track of Rockingham, and you've already got 3 wins on your book. What's it going to take to get 3 wins in a row, adding up to 4?
Well, just got to keep the car clean. If you got to stay away from the walls and everybody else. Hopefully it works out. Just a little bit of luck, you know. I would really like to just be out front and just stay there.
Yeah, that's for sure. That new wheel of yours, you know, you said you worried about tire wear. Do you think you can save enough to be able to win this race if it comes down to it?
I'm normally pretty good. The wheel feels amazing. This is my first race besides a road course race on it yesterday. And it feels great. I feel really fast in it. I'm not sure about if I've got the settings dialed in perfect for it to be able to save that tire. I'm going to do my best to stay out of the throttle and keep it, but it's pretty hard to stay out when you feel like you can just drive it so hard, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Jacob, you're breaking up. I really can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right, sorry, I'm having a lot of issues tonight. We'll get that underway. Anyways, a question I ask all the time: cautions. How many cautions are we going to see tonight?
Oh, so I was listening to the broadcast, and I definitely going to agree with everybody. I'd say 3 or under. I just I hope there's less. I'd like to see 2. I figure you see at least 1, maybe 2. I hope 2's it, but I'll take 3. I think everybody's probably pretty close to right.
I agree. And all right, I'll go ahead and let you get back to your channel here so we can get this qualifying underway.
All right, thank you.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Right on, and that is Greg Holt. Again, 3-time Outlaw Sim Series winner, trying to go for 3 in a row to make it 4. Qualifying underway. Let's take a look at the chat as drivers are out on track. Let's see if we can find somebody on track. How about Kazi? We haven't talked to him, but he's out on track. We'll watch his qualifying. And, yeah. Let's take a look at the chat. Mark Berger's in the house. LWI in the house. Go77 and the rest of Team Swift. You love to hear it. You really do. And Joseph Kazi on track. You know, I'm not trying to dog him at all, because he's a phenomenal driver, and he's helped me so much in these, these NASCAR Xfinity cars in my Thursday Night League and all. From the preseason hype, and granted, it's preseason and a lot of the drivers were still learning, we have not seen the results we saw from Kazi in preseason, or we expected. He got himself the wins, and I know he missed 5 races or 6 races, but he's not been up there just dominating. I don't really know. Malenko has gone quickest. Kazi has now gone top of the charts. We'll catch up with Malenko to see how he's doing. Oh, he's already wrapped up. Richardson's gone third. Setzer fourth. Gardner fifth. Greg Holt is taking to the track off the pit lane. Yeah, very quiet qualifying session. Max Service as well, taking to the track. Adam Gardner is coming to a stop. Let's see. Scott Williams is taking to the track. We have a couple of new drivers to the series tonight. Scott Williams, Seth Fitzpatrick making their first starts of the season tonight. That'll be very interesting to see how they fare. Greg Holt on the racetrack, top of the charts in practice. Can he replicate that here in qualifying at the Rock? Turn 4, lap 1. Greg Holt. Top of the charts, it'll be a 23.725, and he's still got a lap to go. Somebody else has gotten clocked in. I think Max Service gets himself clocked in the 4th. Doug Solms taking to the track. Andrew Pratt, Kevin Thompson, Scott Williams, Tyler Markle. Take a look at Max Service. Is Greg Holt, can he improve? He improves to a 23.63. Max Service we'll go to second quickest at 23.79. How about Andrew Pratt on track in that number 75 bright orange Schluter Systems Ford Mustang, working his way down the back straight away. Andrew Pratt, his first time puts him 7th quickest. We got a lot of drivers on track now. Eric Peck, Kevin Thompson, one of the playoff bubble drivers. We'll take a look at him. Joshua Gaffright, Reese Schaefer, Landon Cardulo, Tyler Markle, Doug Solms. Kevin Thompson's gone 5th quickest. And that's going to do it for Kevin Thompson. Reese Schaefer will go 6th quickest on lap 1. Andrew Pratt, Eric Peck put times in. Doug Solms trying to get a 2nd lap in here. Seth Berger taking to the track. Joshua Gaffright on his first lap. Cardulo is in the tire.
He's in the tire. He's in the wall. What is he? I wonder if he messed up a qualifying run and just kind of went down there.
I think he's calling a shot. He's going to put it in victory lane at the end of it, huh?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Just messing. Doug Solms goes 15th quickest. Eric Peck has put it 12th quickest. Joshua Gaffright coming around to complete lap number 2. He's set 7th right now. Gaff right off of turn number 4 will go second quickest. It's a 23.78.
Wow.
Seth Berger clocks in 6th quickest. He's got another lap to go.
This is a fun short track, and I tell you what, I love that we're back here, and it's fun to see cars back on the rock.
Right, it is a wicked little track. I mean, look at that banking. That is so high.
Oh yeah, this isn't like any other short track I've seen.
Seth knocks his teammate Malenko down, tying Malenko's lap time of a 23.84. He'll actually be 6/1000ths faster than teammate Malenko. How about Joshua McClune taking to the track? Here's a driver we haven't mentioned too much. McClune has 1 win on the season from Pocono in pretty much a all-out tire strategy battle with Landon. And McClune getting the better of that at Pocono right now, trying to get a little momentum, gearing towards the playoffs for Joshua McClune.
If he does it, if there's any place I think he wants to win, I think it would be here or North Wilkesboro, but here would be the place for him to win. He definitely needs another win. But if he can stay in it, we'll see what he can do come playoff time.
McClune's first lap will put him 7th quickest. Let's take a look at Cardullo. And he's coming to a stop. He's not happy with his time.
Yep, I don't think he has another lap.
I think he's all out of attempts to set a lap time. McClune through 3 and 4. Very, very bumpy. Turns 3 and 4. Josh McClune comes across the line. Clocks in a little slower than his first lap. Cardullo is going for it again.
Is this dude just like trying to make TV time here, or?
I guess. We'll take a look at Jeremiah Stutzman coming off the pit lane. 3 minutes left in qualifying. Look at Stutzman trying to get that strategic high entry to 3 and 4. Use the hill to get the run through 3 and 4 and try to have a blazing outlap. Here he goes into turn 1. Stutzman, he's so strategic with everything. It doesn't always work out in his way, but he's always experimenting, always learning. And I think learning is going to come big when it matters most in the playoffs.
I agree. Learning new things will definitely help coming towards the playoffs, especially in these races where you now have to beat guys that are, faster than you. So learning new things is definitely going to help for him.
Jeremiah Stutzman comes off of turn 2. His first lap was a 24.102. Did not look as fast as he'd like it, but working through turns 3 and 4. Jeremiah Stutzman to the line goes. He improves on the time, but not the position. He'll be 14th quickest.
And that's something I don't think he wanted to see. I think he wanted to get a good lap, and it just couldn't happen for that 71 machine. But there's 192 laps, 191 of practice, and 1 lap to the end. So we'll see where he finishes here tonight.
That's for sure. Let's, we got a couple minutes left in qualifying, so we'll let the timer tick down. And I want to shout out the charity once again. Today's charity is the Matt Brown Foundation, and the cost of spinal cord injury is extremely high and can be burdensome for both the patients and their families. And it's estimated that in the first year alone, costs associated with spinal cord injury can be up to $1 million. The Matt Brown Foundation is a dedicated 501c3 organization committed to helping individuals and families who have suffered or are recovering from spinal cord injuries. If you wish to check out the Matt Brown Foundation, make sure you go to mattbrownfoundation.org. You can also donate to the Matt Brown Foundation through our Facebook page. We'll have posts about today's race, and on those posts, a donation button will be attached to the bottom of those posts where you can donate straight between you and the foundation and Facebook. And again, anything helps. We try to shout out a different charity each week to give them any support that we can. It would mean the most. Let's take a look at the chat as time continues to tick down. Sean Thompson in the house saying, let's go, Kevin Thompson. Stay away from Chase Elliott and leave it to the Beaver. Denny Hamlin, let's rock. Ford Racing, number 1. That's interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
But time is going to tick down. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our race info before we get on for starting grid. And how about the 1 mile D-shaped oval in Rockingham, North Carolina? Look at that. Track temp of 107 degrees. 80 degrees.
I don't want to toot your boat here, but I do believe you still have the foundation picture up above the track info.
I do. I've done that before.
Well, now you have me here to call it out, so right. I got you.
There's our track info, though. 107 degrees track temp, 80 degrees the air temp, 28% humidity, clear skies, but 11 mile per hour winds could be a factor. 192 laps, 75% fuel loads with 5 sets of tires, 1 fast repair, unlimited overtime attempts. That's actually incorrect. It is actually 6 sets of tires at Rockingham. There it is, 6 sets of tires, and we'll see how these drivers fare in that regard. Let's go and take a look at our starting.
That number 8 car.
Right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup, and it'll be Greg Holt starting from the front row. Joshua Gaffright to his right side. Max Service will be starting row number 2 on the inside. He'll be alongside Joseph Causey. Row 3, Seth Berger and Malenko. Row 4, Josh McClune, Reese Schaefer. Row number 5, we'll find Kevin Thompson, Scott Williams. We'll find Brandon Richardson, Andrew Pratt, row number 6. And row number 7, we'll find Matthew Setzer and Jeremiah Stutzman. Jacob, do the final 12.
In row 8, we have Eric Peck and Adam Gardner. In row number 9, Tyler Markle, and returning back from his surgery, we welcome you back with open arms, Doug Solms. In row number 10, Seth Fitzpatrick and Jason Miz. In row number 11, Devin Smith and Landon Cardullo. In row number 12, Kyle Lingerfeld and Garrett Velzy. And in row number 13, rounding out the field, Adrian Schumacher and James Filippi.
So if you're worried about Adrian Schumacher, don't worry. We saw last week he started from shotgun on the field, and he went up to second. He loves starting from the back. If he doesn't think he's going to get a clean lap time, he's going to, start from the back, and he's going to work his way forward, and I think that's exactly what he's doing again today. He doesn't feel confident yet, but he's going to give himself time, and he's going to try to see how he can do from the back of the field, learn the track a little bit, and really get things underway. So the lights are off on the pace car. We should be going green this time by. It will be Greg Holt, Joshua Gaffright, row number 1. Max Service, as he likes this track, he'll be starting inside row 2. Team Swift cars there in 3rd, 5th, and 6th. And a whole lot of cars. I'm glad that we have 26 cars back in the fray for the Outlaws Sim Series, tackling the Rock in Rockingham, North Carolina. VIRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car will make the hard left turn into the safety of pit lane, and Greg Holt will start the field into turn number 1 at Rockingham.
A tight turn. We're going to see a lot of cars try to get down to the bottom here as we go through this race, and Greg Holt making his way out in first.
Greg Holt already clearing Joshua Gaffright. As we check the middle of the field, looks like everybody makes it through relatively clean. Good to see James Filippi making it past the start-finish line this time round. Up front, Greg Holt has a train of cars behind him. Causey will slot into the 3rd position as he tries to find a way around Joshua Gaffright.
Causey has to find that speed. Can he get down there to get Gaffright here? He's looking for it. I think he wants it. He's going to go on the inside here. Causey's getting a lot of speed now. If he passes Gaffright, it's all about, do I have enough tires saved to get to Greg Holt?
And Causey will clear.
So.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe does Causey maybe use up his tires a little bit more, trying to catch up to Holt. And does Holt maybe save his stuff? We'll see, but Kazi is clear up to the second position, already up 2 spots from where he started. How about Landon Cardullo up 6 from where he started, working on Eric Peck. Adrian Schumacher up 4 from where he started.
Talk about it too much with the 8 car, up 6 positions. Those tires, he really needs to learn how to save those tires here tonight. He hasn't been able to save them recently, so we'll see if he can get those tires saved here at the Rock and maybe make his way to the front.
Now, this is someone I'm worried about. Tyler Mark already down 8 spots. He's back into 25th position. I know he's not, the fastest guy, but to see him in the mid-20s, this is something we don't usually see out of Merkel.
It's definitely something we didn't want to see here with that 42 machine, but it's not working out for him tonight. I don't know what's going on here. He's just gotta try and find that speed and see if he can get back up in the front.
Speaking of the front, this is the back end of Greg Holt looking back at Joseph Kazi. Let's actually go in car a little bit and see from the inside of Greg Holt's machine as Kazi's closing up. Nice little front view up in front of this number 3 Supra. As he carries on out in front with a quickly closing Joseph Kazi behind. Here's a battle brewing. This is Seth Berger trying to close up on Gaffer. I think Berger caught the wall there on corner entry.
Yeah, it looks like he did sustain some damage there on the right side, and I don't think it's too much to hurt the race car yet, but hitting that wall time and time again definitely caused some damage. We'll have to watch here throughout this race.
Ooh. People are getting up close and personal with that outside wall out of 4.
Reese Schaefer looked like he almost hit it there.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Shouting out the chat once again, Annabelle Ellis from YouTube saying, let's go. Landon, number 8, Andrew Cotton in the house. Burger Nation, baby. And then says it again with the hashtag. You love to hear it, you love to see it. Here's Malenko on teammate Seth Berger to the inside. Oh, does not want to take out the teammate. Oh, and
Oh, Reese Schaefer almost took out Seth Berger. You definitely don't want to take out Seth Berger. We know how Burger Nation will feel if you take out Seth Berger. So Malenko, you don't want to do that right now, especially with it being your teammate.
See, Reese trying to get that run. We'll look forward to see how the run Malenko has on Seth is doing. So it's actually cleared up a little bit. Nice little swinging in-car camera we have here on these Xfinity cars today. Kazi's started to close up a little bit up front. Greg Holt has not been able to get away, but he's also bringing a friend into the fray. Max Service says, I want in on this as well.
Service did say earlier we didn't talk to him, but he did say earlier that Max Service, he said he really loves this track, and if anywhere he would want to win, it would be here. So in top 3 right now, looking pretty fast. Let's see if he can get up to Greg Holt, maybe run for the win.
This could be Greg Holt taking it very easy because he said he wasn't sure how the tires were going to do. He was not sure at all. So this could be Greg Holt, taking his time, feeling out the wheel. He said the wheel feels so great, he doesn't want to push too hard.
Yeah, I agree. With this tire and these cars, especially in iRacing, you definitely don't want to push it too hard because then that'll wear the tires out really fast. So if he's taking it easy, it's definitely right now, and that's good on him to figure out what you need to do for the end of the race to win this thing.
All right, trying to keep up with the tight battles. I think it's mostly Gaff right under attack from Seth Berger. Schaefer on Malenko's getting spicy with McClune into the mix. And Cardullo on Pratt. This is one. The inside Pratt will let him go. 11 spots for Landon Cardulo. What a start.
Now, I did run a test session last night on here at Rockingham, and lap 20 was about when the tires hit 89%. So, with Landon making up these 11 passes here, 11 cars, positions, you have to start wondering, did he use up his tires already here in the run?
Now here's something. Kyle Lingerfeld is back here playing with the back end of the field, and he's holding a spot in the playoffs. Oh, we got a crash. Cardulo involved. Malenko, Gaffright, Setzer.
We were just talking about Cardulo as well. I wonder what happened here.
We have a big crash here, and the caution is going to most likely come out. It is out. Let's see if we can see what happened. Looks like it was Gaffright and Malenko. Part of it, I think maybe Gaffright. He's actually here battling with Seth. Off of turn 2. Oh! Gaffright and Berger make contact, and Malenko gets turned by Schaefer. Wow, wow, wow. But what happened to Cardulo? How did he get involved? Oh, this is later. This is all chain reaction.
Another wreck?
There might be 2 separate wrecks. Let's see what happened here. We'll watch high above. We're looking back at the 8 car. We saw the initial contact, with... There's Malenko getting turned, and McLuhan hits Thompson. Cardulo in it. Oh, Richardson T-bones Thompson.
Oh, and Brandon
Richardson Gardner, where's he going? Oh my goodness, Gardner did not get the memo.
Gardner just sped right in there into the back of, I can't see who that is, but wow.
Oh my goodness. We're going to have to... From the helmet cam of Adam Gardner, he absolutely flew right in. There's smoke. This is where you start slowing down. This car's spinning to the inside, and he's slowing down for the corner, and Setzer. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
This, that looked like an ARCA brake moment there. He just, I don't know, you see cars wrecking usually slow down. He just didn't.
Let's see what happened. Those pit stops are underway. I want to see the initial contact to see if this was Schaefer. I mean, he just turns. McLuhan tried to avoid. He gets Thompson. I need to see the initial contact between Gaffright and Berger. We're going to ride on board with Gaffright here. And we'll see. So this is Gaffright up high. Berger comes up the inside. Gaffright's trying to turn low. No. What do you think of that? I'll get an overhead shot queued up. Wow.
It looks like Seth just came up the track a little bit, and it's just the 2 cars made contact. More of like a racing incident than anything else.
Oh, for sure. Turn 2 is so tight, but let's see.
Oh yeah, big time. He came up a whole lot there. Seth did.
Seth continues relatively unscathed. He probably has a little suspension damage.
But Malenko, on the other hand, got turned by Reese Schaefer.
Yeah, I mean, that's who's really hurt. I gotta see the grandstand point of view here. This is, the wreck's happening in front. Setzer slows down. He comes up high, and Gardner. No. Oh, wow, man. I don't know if he didn't know the accident was. There's no way, because there was smoke.
There was. I don't know. Like I said, to be honest, that was just kind of an ARCA brakes moment. Maybe he just thought he could get through.
I guess so. That's so weird. Not a whole lot you can say about it. So there's the initial contact, and Malenko getting turned. And Setzer comes in. You saw Thompson hit Cardulo, and then Setzer slows down, and then here's Gardner coming in full speed. Coming in hot.
You know what I was thinking? This wreck looks a lot like the wreck back at Darlington we had a when that race was going on. 2 wrecks at the same time.
So what's happened here? Jeremiah Stutzman, he usually stays out to get a lap led. He has completely stayed out under this yellow. Jeremiah Stutzman is your race leader. Alejandro Castillo says, Seth, this is all you! I had to get that in there. But, I don't know if he's talking about the crash or saying that just Seth he's got this, but I don't know. That was tough. Very tough.
That was a very tough incident.
We'll see here. The drivers there are doubled up and ready to go. Once again, it'll be Jeremiah Stutzman, your outside, electing the outside lane as the leader. Greg Holt to his inside. Causey service row 2. Shaver and Scott Williams making up row number 3. The iRacing.com Ford Mustang safety car will find the safety of the pit lane. It'll be Jeremiah Stutzman with the field in his control. Green flag back in the air.
What a jump Stutzman got there. Already pulling off to the lead. He has enough room to clear Greg Holt.
Nope.
And Greg Holt's that fast. As I say, man, Greg Holt really looking fast in that number 3 machine tonight.
I mean, Greg Holt, he's just going to straight up clear. And Service got an amazing restart, but because of Stutzman falling back on the outside, Service had to give it up.
But tough luck for Service, and now here comes a hard charging Schaefer. That number 17 machine looking to get that third position.
Oh, and around goes the 37!
Oh, no! Nobody else hits him, though. He holds the brakes.
Love to see that. We stay green. One quick look at the replay here. This is Eric Peck in the 37. He gets on the apron there and goes right around as a result. Keep it off the wall. Keep it off the wall. I think he did.
Tiny bit, but not enough to give sustainable damage.
All right. And here's Holt under attack from Joseph Causey.
Oh, Joseph Causey pushing him up the track, and he's gonna get the lead here. Now we got a new leader in the 88 car.
Yeah, I think he heard me when I said, he wasn't performing up to the par we thought he was going to perform at. He's here. He's ready to play. Service cleared a second to Service. Have anything for Causey?
Again, Service really said he loves this track. He's looking fast here tonight at Rockingham. Can he get that lead from the 88 car? We'll have to find out here shortly.
Look at him push the 88 down the front straightaway. Peels out to the inside. Can he get it down in there?
He's going to get it. But now Causey's just going to have to drive off the corner, get a better drive off the corner. And he does so. But Service is still going to poke his nose down there. And now Service takes the lead here on lap 30. What a pass from Max Service, and Greg Holt back in second now.
Max Service has not won a race since race 5. 20 races later, Max Service is in prime position of a lot of racing to go. But out in front of Greg Holt, Joseph Causey, Reese Schaefer, and Scott Williams making his first start of the Outlaws Sim Series season. Greg Holt coming back strong, trying to find his way up to the back end of the number 81. Greg Holt all over the back straightaway, trying to dart left, dart right. He'll file in line, trying to pressure the 81 into a mistake. And with the throwback of tracks, how about a little throwback dashboard camera? I like this camera a lot.
Yeah, this camera's really nice.
He's gonna peek to the inside. Max is gonna be forced to leave a little bit of space. Oh, this is oh so tight up front. Jeremiah Stutzman has fallen all the way back to the 10th position.
Had to have been them old tires getting to him, as he didn't pit, so those old tires must have got to him.
Ooh, oh so close. Quick checkup because this is important. Kevin Thompson is 1 lap down in the 26th position, last car running in the race. He needs to have a good day. He's in the thick of the playoff battle. Kevin Thompson comes into today's race 40 below the cut line. But a bad race like this, coupled with a potential, who knows what can happen in North Wilkesboro, you do not want to be going in there with only a handful of points to your name.
It's going to be a tough battle here, and I don't know if Kevin Thompson can get that car back up to speed, because there is no fast repair tonight, and he already got into that wreck, so we'll see what Kevin Thompson has for the rest of the night.
So this battle continues on. Taking a look at the chat once again, Sean Thompson says, wow, I'm assuming he's referring to the wreck, because this was a good 6 minutes ago. Dennis Montez says, let's go, number 77, looking good in that LWI car. Lap 37, and there's a slow car up ahead of these leaders, and this can be huge. Oh, here comes Holt to the inside. This is Gaffright. Gaffright in front. Holt will clear. Gaffright was, in that first accident.
Oh, yeah, huh?
And Holt clears to the lead and clears Gaffright easily. In the thick of the battle here, Tyler Markle back into the mix. I say relatively because this is back in the 15th position between a few of the crashed cars. Cardulo and Berger and Markle had a bad start to the race, so fast drivers all battling for the 15th position. Berger clears Cardulo for now, but this is going to be a battle to keep an eye on later in the race. All the way back in 15th now. We'll see how high up the field they can make it up. And Solms getting his back bumper beaten. Trying to hold on. He's sliding all over the place. Here comes Lingerfeld. This is an important battle in the playoff picture. Remember, Devin, if we have a repeat winner tonight, Devin Smith will lock into the playoffs. A repeat winner or a driver who's not going to be eligible to make the playoffs on starts, Devin Smith will lock into the playoffs tonight. If we get a new winner who is eligible for playoff competition, this is pretty much anybody who's below the cut line, who's made 19 starts, or this is their 19th start of the season. So like Miz or Gardner or Richardson, and almost contact there. Solms and Lingerfeld going at it. Setzer's going to try to take advantage of it. How about Solms mixing it up here just outside the top 10? Back here, this is Cardulo and Seth Fitzpatrick going at it for the 17th position. Fitzpatrick will clear. Causey service going at, Reese and Causey are going at it for the 3rd position. What if Reese can snag a podium from Joseph Causey? We're not done up front, by the way. Greg Holt still not pulling away from Max Service. Service and Holt, they cleared the lap car. Service has got the run.
Service is really getting the speed down here on the front straightaway.
He does not send it down in there. He should have. He's got to be aggressive if he wants to get up here with Holt. I mean, he's up here. I mean, he's got another run, but he's got to send it down in there, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. He really has to send it. If he wants it, you have to send it. Because otherwise, Greg Holt's not going to get that lead up if you don't send it.
I know we're early in the race, and I think Service feels he's faster. I don't know if this is Holt taking it easy, but I think at this moment, Max Service is faster than Greg Holt. I don't know if Holt is, again, saving anything for that 3 car because he doesn't know how the tires will wear with his new wheel. But I don't know how you get complacent if you can win races, but you haven't won in 20 races.
Not winning 20 races has been, it's a long time to not win a race, so we'll see what Max Service has on it.
Catching up to the lapped vehicle, the 48 of Garrett Velzy. Well, he's not lapped yet, but he's going to be lapped. Is the point down in the 22nd position. Adam Gardner is off track and out. Two leaders work their way. Oh, so close contact between, almost contact between Service and Velzy. It is continue on. Schaefer, does he have anything for Kazi?
Schaefer's looking really fast here tonight. Can he get past Kazi and maybe give him a run for his money here tonight?
Looking off the back end of Joseph Kazi's number 88. You see Schaefer, Williams, and how about Andrew Pratt? Andrew Pratt having a nice little run in the 6th position. Andrew Pratt is up 6 spots from where he started, and don't look too soon. Look who is 18 spots from where he started.
Man,
Adrian
what a
Schumacher.
run.
What a guy. What a run.
Oh, back into the wall. Ooh, that would have been a hard hit if he came down there. But Adrian Schumacher's running really fast here tonight. And like we said, he likes to start in the back. But going up front, he's getting up front in P7 now. So we'll see what he can take here tonight.
Now let's take a look at somebody who we just interviewed in practice who said he's not going to be doing too hot today, or, it didn't look like he was. 8th position. You know what he said in his interview? He said he was watching how Greg Holt takes this track. He went from 19th in practice. He's running 8th right now in the race.
And that's what you have to do. Racing is all about learning. If you don't learn, you're not going to do anything. And using that information from Greg Holt is really giving Miz a chance and keeping him up front.
And you got to think, he's ahead of Kevin Thompson, who he's trying to catch. Jeremiah Stutzman, he is on pit lane. Is this pit stop starting, or is Gaffright out? Gardner's back on track. Gaffright is in the pit lane. Kevin Thompson is down in 23rd. Brandon Richardson is down on pit lane in 22nd. What is it time for pit stops?
I don't know. I feel like the leaders just pitted, didn't they, or did they not? I wasn't.
The leaders last pitted 30 laps ago, 35 laps ago. Is it time for pit stops already? I know the tires get abused here. It's Max Service. He's opened up nearly. This is 0.8 of a second, and Greg Holt is losing time big time. Max Service is opening up a lead.
Max Service really showing how much he loves Rockingham here tonight with that lead right now. Can he keep it consistent and keep it and win this race? That would be a huge shock.
And, saying a huge shock, yes, he hasn't won in 20 races. But let's look at the races he did win. He won Legacy Phoenix, which is a very bumpy short track, and he won Legacy Texas, which is a very bumpy 1.5 miles. Banked 1.5 miles. Legacy Texas on here is very banked. Put those two together, you have a short track with banking, and that's kind of Rockingham,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's kind of Rockingham.
Max Service now 1.3 seconds. He is gaining. He loves this track. He's proving it right now. Look at his gaggle of cars back here.
Man, this is gonna be a battle.
Oh, Doug
Kazi,
Soames is
Holden,
down to 19th. Doug Soames was just in the thick of the battle for 11th. I wonder what happened. This is a very active racetrack right now. We are. Let's take a look at the overhead. It is so busy all the way around. Look at that.
Wow. Yeah, that track is very busy here today.
Cars everywhere. And this is the battle for second here as Max Service is open up 1.5 seconds. Did Holt use up his stuff? You know, is this all that Holt's got to offer?
It might be. I don't know. Greg was really fast, so I'm wondering if he might have saved. Are you trying to save his stuff, or if he used it already? I don't know. It's a tough to call here up here.
I cannot. Richardson's out. What happened to Brandon Richardson?
It must have been from that incident we had earlier on.
I don't recall him being involved with it, though. I mean, he hits the wall there. Did he hit the wall and come in?
I think so. It had to have been from that incident earlier, because I'm pretty sure he was in it. I think he hit someone or something. I don't know. I think he was in.
That just boggles my mind. But so Richardson's out, and he's a playoff hopeful. This is almost taking him out of playoff contention. I don't think Richardson can make the playoffs unless he gets some help. Or he's got to win, you know, he has to win. Oh, he just said in the chat, my throttle was sticking, plus my car was trash after that first wreck. I can't recall him being in that first wreck, but his throttle sticking is not going to help.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with the track like this, where you have to let off the throttle and get onto the brakes a little bit. Throttle sticking isn't going to help, and it's a tough break for Richardson, and sucks. He might not be able to make it into the playoffs now, and you know, it sucks. But we move on, and we'll see who gets this win here in Rockingham.
Up to second is Kazi, clears in front of Greg Holt. Now Reese Schaefer looking to take advantage. This is so unusual for Greg Holt. We're so used to him being in the thick of the battle, saving the tires all the way up there. He's losing time to Max Service. Service is nearly 3 seconds out there.
What a run that 81 machine has put together so far. 3 seconds ahead of the leaders, you know. Coming in here, I don't think we expected Max Service to dominate like this, and he's really proven us wrong here tonight.
Well, Max Service will start lap 66 of 192. He's got a couple lap cars battling double wide ahead of him, though. Max Service is running all the way up against the wall, though. He's losing time quickly. It's down to 2 seconds. Max Service, he's got to calm down and keep those tires under him. He cannot be using up his stuff now. He's caught the wall a little bit. There's a little bit of right side damage. Garrett Velzy shoots to the inside. Is he coming to pit lane? Yeah, that was something. It looked like he was wrecking.
Yeah, I think he's coming down to pit lane here. Get some tires and fuel, maybe.
I don't know what the pit cycle or the pit window is. You know, the tires, you know, wear out differently for, you know, everybody. It depends on how hard you run your tires, but this is crazy. I still cannot believe you know, what's going on here. Kazi. I can believe Kazi up here. You know, we expected him to be up here most races. And Schaefer, you know, we know he's fast. I don't know. Just because I've seen Holt dominate the last 2 races, I'm not used to this.
Yeah, I'm definitely not used to this right now. Holt's been dominating, and now he's not. It's more of a max service domination station right now.
That indeed, max service. How about it? Look at him, 2.2 seconds out in front. There's Kazi coming into frame there. Max service will come across the line now, and Joseph Kazi comes there. Again, this is such a tight battle. 4 cars under a blanket back here. Scott Williams trying to hang on there in the 5th position, but look at this battle. And they're catching up to the lap car of Landon Cardullo, but that's a fast lap car there.
Yeah, he's very fast, but he also does have damage from that first incident, so he might not be as fast as he used to be.
Oh, here comes Kazi working to the inside. Holt and Schaefer, maybe, you know, there's teammates in the mix here. Cardullo's teammates with Schaefer. Was he trying to maybe help out Schaefer a little bit?
That could have been the case, but I don't really see anything right here helping Schaefer right now.
Well, I get that, but he did run right in the race, right in front, right in Kazi's line. I know he's a lap car, and you got to find a way around him, but I mean, he was right there. He could have given a little bit more room here or there. Just the little things, you know. It's not like he was outright blocking, but
right,
you never know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, you never know. I agree. He could have been.
Here's a battle back.
Oh, Kazi hit the wall there? Sorry to bring it back. It looked like Kazi hit the wall, but anyways.
Little right side scrape for the 88 of Joseph Kazi. This is Lingerfeld actually passing Schumacher, and Schumacher getting passed by Fitzpatrick. Schumacher was on a run. Maybe he used up his tires. And that's part of what Schumacher has to learn if he's going to be a force in the playoffs. His tires are going to be more than anything in these longer races. Sure, watching film is one thing and learning and getting up there, but you got to be able to master not pushing the right front tire to its extent. And now here's somebody who I think has, and this is Miz. Where is he? 13 spots ahead of where he started. He's up in the 7th position. Let me tell you about him. He does a lot of the road to pro stuff and all. He takes this iRacing stuff seriously. He is learning how not to push this right front tire. Oh, did somebody just blow an engine? No, that's somebody lagging. That's the 2-car Seth Fitzpatrick. I thought that was a blown motor for a second. But he takes this stuff seriously. He learns very quickly because of, you know, how much time he's putting into his. McClune catches the wall behind, and Lingerfeld up to the 8th position.
Oh,
Lingerfeld
wow.
doing himself a huge service to try to help himself into the playoffs. Lingerfeld moving through the field at the same rate as Miz, though, is not what Miz wants to see.
I agree. Miz wants to keep Lingerfeld behind him, but Lingerfeld is going pretty fast right now, trying to get many spots as he can.
Alright, but so Miz, once again, he's doing a lot to help himself out here, and Eric Peck has had another crash. 50 laps later after his first restart crash, let's see what happened. Well, he catches the wall. Oh, he hits Schaefer! Back into the wall, right in front of Velzy, into the inside wall.
You wonder if now that's damaged it has to have damaged Schaefer's car, and how bad that damage is now, we'll have to see.
Well, Schaefer, he's now lost touch to Scott Williams and Greg Holt and company. So I'd have to say so. That is unfortunate. And that's part of being, here at a tight racetrack with lap cars. How about Greg Holt? And Schaefer is now all the way down to the 10th position. Schaefer is in the pit lane. And Max Service is in. You know what? Service is in the same chat as Schaefer, and Pratt's coming in as well. You think, is this going to bring in the other drivers? Were they going to go longer?
To see here, we'll see what these guys think about doing. I think these guys are going to try and stay out longer.
Yeah, but I think Service and Schaefer, you know, they're in the same chat. Maybe they were, you know, conjuring up a plan. Oh, and Miz has crashed. He's in the middle of the racetrack. Oh, this could be bad for Max Service. Oh, and Devin Smith's going to come sliding in. And he's going to save it. And the caution's going to come out. Oh, Max Service. That hurts. Oh, my goodness. Unless Max Service could stay, well, no, he had to stay on the lead lap. If he goes a lap down, oh, into the wall. Sohm spins him out after he hits the wall, and right into traffic.
And once you start going with that high banking, you can't get that car off the track, and he tries to get it back going there, but that banking just wouldn't allow him to go.
But wow, Max Service has got to be kicking himself right now. As the leaders come in, the Service is going to have to take the wave around in order to get back into this race. Wow, wow, wow. What are you thinking now if you're Max Service, man? That is...
Now you gotta wonder how you're gonna get your lap back. Now you're just kind of in a situation where you're just thinking, I'm screwed now. I'm one lap down. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get it back unless there's another caution. Now you just gotta hope and pray that either another caution comes out or you can get the wave around.
Malika must have smacked the wall out of two here. He had a lot of right side damage and pitted. Let's see. Wham! Oh man, what a hit!
Wow, a hard hit to the wall.
And Cardulo, he's still out there running, but he's several laps down. Let's see, Tyler Merkel's now the leader.
And there he is. He went out here under that line.
Tyler Merkel out in front. Did he pit recently, or what's?
I have no idea.
Let's see. He last pitted on lap 20. So is this Markle just trying to keep cars a lap down? Oh man, I mean Service is ahead of him. Service will get waved around. Schaefer will get waved around. What's up?
Sorry, I was saying the same thing you said. So it's all good.
But there's a lot of wave arounds here. You see Seth Berger up there as well, gonna get the wave around.
Well, now is your Max Service. I mean, now you get the wave around. Now you have to worry about getting from the back to the front. And how fast can you do that?
You know what? That's a very valid point. And I also want to say Seth Berger is several laps down. This is wild. Tyler Markle's coming into pit now. I guess he's trying to keep people, you know, as the wave rounds from getting wave rounds, but that's not gonna happen. Looks like the pace car is gonna let people get their laps now. There's gonna go a Gaffrey's dropping back. No, we are still under the caution here. Gaffrey's dropping back. Did he have a penalty?
I don't believe that is Gathright. Just so you're aware, I think that's somebody else, because Gathright, I think, is already gone.
Yeah, that's the That is. Who is that? Scott Williams is still here. What about the penalty? No, that is the 27.
I was about to say, I thought Gathright was on that black car today.
Oh no.
I thought he's already gone.
Well, there's a car up there. That's a 20
I know it's
something.
27. I know it's 27, but Gathright was gone.
Huh.
I wonder if that's is it Filippi?
That's Filippi. You're right.
Yeah.
Cars are getting their wave arounds now. So, Tyler Markle, Max Service, Reese Schaefer will be on the lead lap. 12 cars on the lead lap. Andrew Pratt, the first driver, 1 lap down over Jason Miz, Seth Berger. I think they're more than 1 lap down. No, okay, they're 1 lap down. Miz and Pratt 1 lap down. Berger 1 lap down. Miz is getting his lap back. Now Pratt is. I wonder where this is coming about. But Berger is going to be the first driver 1 lap down over McClune and Thompson. Thompson's 2 down over Velzy. Filippi's 4 down over Solms and Gardner and Peck and Cardullo 8 down. Malenko 14 down. Richardson 35 and Gaffright 39. And we're still going to be out here under the yellow.
I wonder what's going on here to get these caution laps to keep coming. I guess maybe the ordering's not right, and they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I have to say, I guess we could have pulled somebody up for an interview. That should have been, I guess, on my mind, but we're watching so many replays, I didn't think of it. Let's take a look at the chat, though. Yeah, Sean Thompson is not happy with the 77 of Seth Berger for, just getting caught up in that incident the 89 did. Mark Berger in the chat saying, moving back up, number 77, LWI in the house. Berger Nation rise up. Lot of laps to go. Got that right. 81 representing LWI. Thumbs up. That's from Mark Berger. Roll Tide Gaming says, good luck. Go team. No luck racing. Number 18. And that's right, there is a lot of laps to go. Seth Berger is the first car 1 lap down. Get 1 quick yellow here, and he's back on the lead lap. And looks like we are doubled up and ready to go. So let's take a look at this restart order. It's going to be, how about this? Joseph Causey, Greg Holt, 2 drivers who were up front. They were in second when Max Service pitted and got trapped a lap down because of the yellow. And look at row 2. Scott Williams making his first start. He's starting third. And Kyle Lingerfelt in the thick of the playoff battle up here in 4th. Very important for him to have a good run. Also up here, the 2 of Seth Fitzpatrick. Adrian Schumacher in the 82. Row 4, it's Devin Smith and Matthew Setzer. Row 5, it's Tyler Markle. Oh, sorry, Tyler Markle back in the pack over Stutzman. And Service Schaefer, Pratt, Miz. And yeah, that's everybody on the lead lap. But the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car will find its safety in the pit lane. Joseph Causey will lead the field back to green at the Rock in North Carolina, Rockingham.
Causey already pulling out to an upstandable lead. Now Greg Holt's going to have to fight and chase him back down.
I don't know if Holt's got it, and I think Causey might have heard me, and he's stepping it up. And this is Scott Williams clearing Lingerfelt. Lingerfelt cleaning himself in front of Seth Fitzpatrick. Here's the thick of the battle back here. Setzer getting passed by Stutzman and now Schaefer. And Max Service, he's got a lot of work, Max Service does. But he's got a very fast car. Can he do it in 100 laps? Do you think 100 laps is enough to make up 10 spots?
It could be. It just depends on how fast Service is
Oh,
going to have to
Setzer,
push.
big moment.
Big moment for Setzer there.
He'll hang on to it. He's back in 12th now. Tyler Markle up here in the mix. Jason Miz lucky to stay on the lead lap in 14th to give himself a chance.
100 laps is a lot of laps left, and Service is going to have to play it right, save up the tires, and try and get back. Maybe hope for a caution.
Well, Service actually already up to 9. He's gone around Devin Smith and Andrew Pratt.
Look at that number 17 machine. That 17 machine was wicked fast.
Yeah, he's finding his way up the field with Stutzman and Service. And there's the two of Seth Fitzpatrick blinking in front of these guys. And this is Schaefer actually lapping Seth Berger. And here's Lingerfeld on Williams. This is their third. Lingerfeld, can he get his way onto the podium?
That would be a great finish for Kyle Lingerfeld. He needs it. He needs to get those points.
If he's going to make the playoffs, what a third place finish would do to give you some momentum heading into the playoffs.
That'd give you a lot of momentum, and it's going to give him a lot of points. So if he can stay up here and finish third, what a great day he would have.
We continue on. Lap 98 of 102. Everybody holding tight where they are. Schaefer up to Seth Fitzpatrick. How about Schaefer already up to 5th? He's bringing, he's in 6th, but looking up to 5th. Here comes Stutzman and Max Service. Schaefer will clear into the 5th position over Fitzpatrick.
Now, what a run Schaefer's had. You know, that damage, we thought he sustained it. I guess he might have either fixed it or he didn't sustain much damage, and he's well being able to get up to these guys.
Boy, Schumacher's dropping back like a rock. I don't know what's going on, but he's way back here in the 13th position. I say way back here. He started 25th, but he is dropping very quickly.
Did he pit on the caution? If he didn't, maybe it's the tires that are wearing out, or maybe he already used up his stuff, which wouldn't make sense if he just pitted. So tough break right there for Adrian, but we'll see if he can get back in it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. We continue on. Again, not able to find his way around Kazi yet, but holding station with Kazi. That's important. They were two cars together, while Max Service was driving off in the distance. Now Max Service is mired in traffic. Is that going to equal everything out? Will Max be up here, but will he not be able to pull away? Will he even get up? Will he even get up here?
Yeah, that's a question we'll have to find out. Max Service may have to push a little bit to get up here. Reese Schaefer looking to take the spot from Lingerfeld, and what a fast machine that's been this run.
Yeah, this is already Schaefer up to 5th, looking on 4th, and he's catching up. Reese is coming. You might have something to say about this race win.
You have to wonder his quotes. Usually, his quote about racing is you have 191 laps of practice and 1 lap to the finish. You have to wonder if he started to learn from Holton causing riding around behind him, and maybe now he's using those tactics to pull himself up to the front. Oh, the 37 almost got into someone there. Stutzman coming up to Lingerfeld. It looks like Reese Schaefer might have used up his stuff already. Maybe he was pushing too hard to the limits. The 71 passed him, and now he's back in the battle with the number 2. But Stutzman could try and get a pass on Lingerfeld. Kyle Lingerfeld defending hard against that number 71. He does not want to give up the spots. He needs the spots for his playoff points.
I'm sorry, my mic was muted there.
No, you're good. I kept everyone up to date.
I don't know how long he was muted for, but
It's a little bit.
But yeah, this is Stutzman on Lingerfeld for the 4th position. I was saying that Stutzman's kind of stalled out here, but he will get clear of Kyle Lingerfeld for the 4th position. Lingerfeld stalled out there in 3rd, and now Stutzman trying to move forward. Can Stutzman snag himself a podium?
And that would be a good day for Stutzman. Lingerfeld definitely didn't want to get past those playoff points he needs, but Stutzman really fast here today. And Max Service now looking to get Reese Schaefer. And that's what I was saying while you were muted. I don't know if you heard me or not, but
I heard everything. I just had my mic muted.
Reese Schaefer, I wonder if he used up his stuff to get up to these guys now, falling back.
Yeah, I have no idea, but he has dropped straight down the running order, and Service might have something to say about Schaefer, but Service is also kind of stalled out here in the 8th position. He was not able to get around Seth Fitzpatrick. Does he have anything for Reese Schaefer? One of the tightest battles on track there and back here, and Matthew Setzer has crashed. And he is towed away. Looks like we continue on. Let's get a replay of what happened. This is Setzer on the inside of the track. Is he out of gas or just slow? He went down the wrong pit lane.
was a
And-
weird one.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. He just came to a stop at the wrong pit entrance, and he's out of here. Up front, Greg Holt has now opened up a near 8/10 of a second advantage over Joseph Causey. And
Well, this
go for it.
this is what we're used to seeing now. Greg Holt in the lead. Now, I think he had those little quirks to figure out, and now he's back up front, looking to take the win here at Rockingham.
Yeah, so a lot of racing to go, potentially around the green flag pit stops, but it is looking pretty stout for Greg Holt over Joseph Causey, and this is about the run for everybody, about the same distance back to Scott Williams, about the same distance back to Jeremiah Stutzman and Kyle Lingerfelt. Lingerfelt about half that distance ahead of Seth Fitzpatrick. Max Service a little ways back here over Reese Schaefer. And continuing to log laps.
Run Greg Holt has put up tonight. You know, he had to fight in the middle of these guys, but he got back in the lead, and now he's sitting pretty in the lead with the green flag pit stop underway. Probably the last pit stop we should see tonight. There might be one more. I'm not too sure how the field runs here at Rockingham, but we'll see if he can get this win and win 3 in a row. That would be something in the Outlaw Sim Series that hasn't happened before.
So let's take a look at it, and Max Service came in on about lap 80. You know, there was the caution right after he pitted, and everybody else came in about lap 83. They last pitted on lap 20 on that first yellow. So that's about 60 laps. They last pitted on lap 83. Most of the field did. So we should see him in at about lap 150. No, I'm sorry, 140, 143, 145. Give or take. Now we're looking at about a 50-something lap run. This could be very close. If you see anybody pitting before lap 137, now we're talking trouble. So this could be very close on both ends. What a battle back here. What is going on? Oh, Velzy, I guess, is blinking out. Time and scoring lit up with overtakes from Garrett Velzy on Thompson. But Lingerfelt did get around Jeremiah Stutzman on lap 123. And I was like, he's out of here now. There he is. So Stutzman falling back to the 5th position.
Oh, again, I keep saying this time and time again, using up your stuff, you know, it's something you don't want to do, and now you have to wonder, did he use up his stuff passing Kyle Lingerfelt?
I have
And how Kyle
idea.
Lingerfelt able to take it?
How about something else using up stuff? Never mind. But I thought the gap had lessened. I guess the gap between Causey and Williams is actually lessened. I think maybe Causey has used up his stuff because he's getting caught by Williams and he's losing time to Holt. But the gap up front is 1.4 seconds out in front. And 1.5, this is actually growing by a turn. And now Jeremiah Stutzman has fallen behind Seth Fitzpatrick. So I believe you may be right. While Max Service, well, he stalled out, and Seth Fitzpatrick, he blinked straight out of the session, and he's back, but my goodness.
Looks like there's a lot of internet issues for him here tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, there could be a lot of issues, you know. I know there's a lot of winter storms going on. I've experienced firsthand here in Texas. Oh, wow, it's been rough. I did not have power on Monday. I was getting ready for a broadcast last night, the Operation E Motorsport broadcast by Pitstop TV. They were at Gilles Villeneuve last night, and I was getting ready about 45 minutes before going live, and my power goes out. So I had to, have to get the backups in there and run the show. And
Yep.
I was just praying that I could do tonight's broadcast. This is my baby. I take a lot of pride in these Outlaw Sim Series broadcasts. I want them done right, and very, very happy to have been here at least 130 laps in. But I have Jacob all set up to take over should anything happen. If my power does go out, the stream will freeze for a second, and Jacob will pick up on his end. But
yeah, we were prepping all night last night before his power went out, and then tonight. So everything will be okay. This broadcast will be live for everyone to watch, and nobody will miss a thing.
right, looks like Garrett Velzy is now in the pit lane. I think he has parked it, potentially due to internet issues. Oh, somebody just blew an engine.
I don't know.
Somewhere. I don't know where the engine was blown. I just heard it. Or maybe somebody slammed the wall. I don't know. I guess if you see anybody else heading the pit lane anytime soon, that could be the culprit.
Greg Holt really pulling away with this thing now. He wants it.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the time delta between himself and Kazi, and it's been steadily growing the last 5 laps. Look at that, 8/10, and now almost a second in the last 5 laps. Adrian Schumacher has found his way around Jason Miz, but he's almost lapped Adrian Schumacher up to the 12th position, and Schaefer has hit pit lane. I don't know if he's going to make it, boys.
Oh boy, this is going to be a close moment to call. Can Schaefer make it?
And here's the thing. I thought he would have gone. I thought these people who pitted on the yellow would go even longer. Well, I know Schaefer pitted before the yellow, but he had so many laps to save fuel. I mean, it was a long yellow. This is very surprising to me. I have no idea what to think. I don't know if Schaefer's going to make it. He might have to fuel save. He's about 3 laps short by my calculations. Actually, no. I think this is the pit window. Now that I think about it, this might be the pit window, because if you think about it, it was 60 laps in the first stint, but they had caution laps, so it's so hard to think about that, because they did have caution laps in the first stint.
Yeah, they did have caution laps, so it'll be interesting to see if Schaefer can make it here, and maybe he'll be able to snag a podium if he can.
Yeah, Jeremiah Stutzman had hit the pit lane, and he's down and away, and Schaefer actually passed Stutzman on track. And Stutzman getting lapped a second time there. But Schaefer and Stutzman pitted at the same time, and they pitted nose to tail.
Now you have to wonder, does Kazi try and short pit Greg Holt?
You can hear this is Marco on Schumacher. But let's take a look. Greg Holt, he's kind of been using up his stuff. I'm sorry, Joseph Kazi's been kind of using up his stuff. Maybe he has to short pit if he wants any chance. And Jason Miz, one of the playoff bubble drivers, hits the pit lane. He desperately needs a good run on Lingerfelt. We continue on. Henry Schaefer has passed Joshua McClune, who McClune has not pitted on this stint. Again, this closest battle is between Markle and Schumacher. I want to say Markle, we were a little afraid. I was a little afraid of Markle earlier, down in the 25th position. He's back into the top 10. I know we're under pit stops. Max Service leading Cardulo pit. Cardulo's in and Service behind him. Now, Service does not want to get trapped a lap down like the last pit stop. We'll see how long we'll see how long before everybody pits for Service to cycle back out. You know what? Maybe Mark will stay out as long as he did on the caution, so he can come in late and top off.
That would be a smart move for Markle.
I'm just thinking of that. That could be it. Markle may, be trying to maximize his fuel mileage.
That will be smart to do, and and if you're right, that would be a good advantage Markle has on the field.
He may be able to gain some spots that way. As Stutson passes McClune, Schaefer passes Berger. They are all now one down. It could be more than one down, actually, because of where or how long pit lane is. No, Schaefer is one down, and Berger. But this is a battle brewing here between Causey and Scott Williams. This battle for second position. Williams has steadily been catching Causey. I think Causey's got to be starting to sound the alarm. You're in the pit window. Come in and pit for tires. What are you waiting for?
I don't know. My guess. I don't even have a guess. I don't know what he's doing. If it were me, I would try and short pit Greg Holt. Maybe see if I can stay in it, especially with the amount of time he's lost. But I don't know. We'll see what he does.
The only thing that comes to my mind is he doesn't want to get what Max Service got on the last green flag pit stop and get trapped a lap down because of a yellow. That's the only thing, but I think you have to start banking that this race is going to go green.
Yeah, we've already ran 145 laps. I don't know how many laps from the caution we've ran.
Tyler Markle is in. This is... I don't know then why Markle stayed out as long as he did. Maybe just to get laps led. I don't know. But
maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a weird one. We'll see. Causey, we might look to see Causey maybe come down here soon. We'll see.
If Greg Holt pits before Causey, it's over. But even then, Greg Holt has a 4-second lead. He can afford to let Causey short pit him by 1 lap and come in. Like, the power is all in Greg Holt's hands at this point. Let's take a look at the chat real quick. Andrew St. Cour. And here comes Joseph Causey into the pit lane.
Yep, there he is. Now you wonder when Greg Holt will come in.
Probably this lap. I mean, he had that much of an advantage. Maybe Holt can go another lap. Or maybe Holt's on his own strategy. Who knows? I want to take a look at the chat. I was just saying, Andrew St. Cour says, let's go Max. And Donovan Craddock in the house saying, let's go Seth. And, look at Max, having a great car. Had a great run. Led a lot of laps early, but not to get it done. And now Fitzpatrick is in. And Pratt and Berger just waiting on race leader Greg Holt to come in. And he's still out. Here comes Greg Holt. Look at his hot pit entry from Greg Holt.
Oh, what an entry.
New race leader. It'll be Scott Williams taking over at the top spot. Kyle Lingerfeld in his all-important playoff battle might stay out here to try to get some laps led. But he's not appreciating, these new guys and these guys that are ineligible for playoff competition out here taking his laps. Here comes Scott Williams. Will Kyle Lingerfeld be able to stay out? Lingerfeld cannot stay out. Lingerfeld will not be able to get a lap led. That's a point that Lingerfeld is missing out on there.
Wow. Oh, Schumacher?
Well,
Is up
Schumacher
here?
take
Well,
the lead here. He's staying out. And Adrian Schumacher will take over. They'll raise the lead here at Rockingham.
And, you know, he dropped back a little bit, but now he's going to be able to take the lead. Of course, there's green flag pit stops underway, but at least if it's for a lap, I mean, hey, you still did lead a lap, so that'll help out with some points.
All right, Schumacher, now he's not really in the search of points or anything. He's locked in, but still out here, and he's going another lap. Schumacher just going as long as he can, you know, hoping for a yellow. He was mired back in traffic and losing time. There's not a whole lot Schumacher could have done else otherwise. Still out here. It says United Kingdom. Let's see if that's right. It was Illinois a few weeks ago. Maybe he moved, I don't know, but Schumacher's still out there. You can't pit from the top of the racetrack like that. That is dangerous, so he goes around again. Reese Schaefer has taken over the race lead of this race. And look at his gap to Jeremiah Stutzman's at the start-finish line and Max Service and Greg Holt's back here. Did Reese Schaefer pull off a very strategic move? Does he have the tires to hold on?
Yeah, now you have to wonder, can he save his tires enough to hold on? He pitted early on lap 135, so we'll see. Those tires he's already used up those tires for a good amount of laps, so we'll see if he can keep it under control.
Adrian Schumacher hits the pit lane and he'll relinquish second position, but he got a couple laps led. Stutzman comes out 6 seconds behind Reese Schaefer. Max Service, a good chunk. Service in third. Does he have anything to hold off Greg Holt in fourth? A hard-charging Greg Holt, a hot, fresh tires. Joseph Causey fifth. Seth Fitzpatrick sixth. Kyle Lingerfelt sat in the 7th position. Andrew Pratt making a nice little surprise into the 8th position. He's actually up here on a decent pit strategy. Jason Miz up here in 9th, and Tyler Markle, a pleasant surprise into the top 10. Devin Smith hanging tough in 11th. Adrian Schumacher is going to be coming out, and where's Seth Berger? This is going to be the battle for the 12th position. Looks like Adrian Schumacher will be 12th over Seth Berger in 13th, but they are laps down. There's only 6 drivers on the lead lap to Reese Schaefer.
Now Lingerfeld pushing hard to try and get his lap back. Can he get it? He has fresher tires than Schaefer.
Yeah, Lingerfeld and Pratt. This is huge. And slow car there, that's Adam Gardner hitting the inside. You don't want a yellow here. If you're Reese Schaefer, you want this to play out. Reese Schaefer is banking on this race going green. Like, that's how Schaefer is going to have this race play out if he wants it. Greg Holt has gone around Max Service. 43rd position. And Greg Holt is gone. He's trying to close up quickly on Jeremiah Stutzman. But Schaefer has a 7.5 second advantage. Causey to the inside and clears Max Service. And Schaefer, he's going to let both the faster lap vehicles by. Pratt will go unlapped, and that'll put 8 drivers on the lead lap.
Schaefer, all he has to do is he has to save his tires now. Greg Holt and Joseph Causey are coming. They have better tires, newer tires, so Reese is definitely going to have to save his tires, and like you said, this race has to go green for him.
Take a look at the hot battle here, and again, it's Lingerfeld and Pratt. They're no longer battling for the first car, 1 down. What's also brewing is Holt has just bypassed Jeremiah Stutzman. He's hauling. He's really bringing his lead down. Holt might be up here in 5 laps. Joseph Causey up to 3rd over Jeremiah Stutzman. Is this going to work out in Schaefer's favor? Look at this gap between Schaefer and Holt over the last 5 laps. Holt has gained 4 seconds.
I think it all has to come down to tires. I think Reese's tires are way older now. And Greg Holt just pitted like a few laps ago, so those tires for Reese Schaefer, they're not as good as Greg Holt's are.
I don't know what has to play. I don't know if Schaefer needs this to go green or he needs a yellow, really, for this to work out. I mean, if he gets a yellow, he's going to have to pit, and Holt's not going to pit. The Schaefer may be on fresh tires compared to Holt. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is here. I mean, Holt is gaining. Look at that. That is huge.
He's coming. Holt wants the man to this lead. Looks to me like Holt has a little damage on that car. I don't know where he got it from.
Yeah, he was in the thick of the battle there. But look at the lap time difference. 7 tenths, 5 tenths, 8 tenths, 8 tenths, 6 tenths in Holt's favor. A lap. Another 6 tenths to Holt's name.
He's catching Reese Schaefer quick. You can see Schaefer's car there.
Yeah, that red and black machine. 3 cars now, 2 cars up. Almost contact with that lapped vehicle. And Josh McClune and Greg Holt, he is here. He's within a second of Reese Schaefer. We're coming up to 25 laps to go. Tyler Markle, Devin Smith all over the back end of Tyler Markle.
Wow.
Back up front, and this is it. This is it. Does Schaefer have anything? Can he hold for 25 laps? There's not a chance. Holt is going to shoot to the inside. 24 laps to go, and he's going to easily clear Reese Schaefer and take over the lead of this race. Devin Smith did get his way around Tyler Markle. This is... Oh, no, they're still battling it out, actually. Again, if Greg Holt wins this race, or Reese Schaefer, either one of those drivers could win this race. If Joseph Causey wins this race, if Max Service wins this race, if Jeremiah Stutzman wins this race, if Seth Fitzpatrick wins this race, if Kyle Lingerfeld wins this race, that's where it stops. So if anybody in the top 6 wins this race, Devin Smith is locked into the playoffs.
So Devin Smith really needs somebody in the top 6 to win here tonight.
Yeah, it's looking pretty likely. But anything can happen. If Lingerfeld somehow shoots to the field in the final 20 laps, Smith is not locked in.
That would be an interesting fight to see, but Lingerfeld needs to get fast if he wants that to happen.
I mean, Lingerfeld, he's into the playoffs himself at this moment, but he's not going to be locked in. Joseph Causey is now past Reese Schaefer's. Adrian Schumacher's past Miz for the 11th position. Schumacher just trying to see if he can snag a top 10 here. That would be a nice little run for Adrian Schumacher. Whoa! What a run for Schumacher on Markle. Look at Adrian Schumacher all over the back end of this 42. Oh! Oh, Marco's saving fuel! You heard that? Marco doesn't think he can make it. Look at that, he's saving fuel! Tyler Markle saving fuel, and there goes Adrian Schumacher.
I wonder, does Tyler Marco have enough to make it? He should have enough to make it to the end. I don't know what the saving fuel is.
Is he expecting a green-white checkered? Let's see, Tyler Markle last pit on lap 144. Is there not enough fuel in that tank? Let's start to look around here. Schaefer's not, you know, aggressively saving or anything. And Schaefer's one of the earliest drivers to pit. See what service is. No, not really. I wonder if Tyler Marco's just doing it just to do it, or I don't know what Tyler Marco's doing. Trying to have a top 10, to have a double top 10 for, look at that. Yeah, all the way down to, 2,000 RPM in the corner. All he's not doing is shutting the car off. Kevin Thompson is hitting the pit lane. Is the fuel mileage not there for some of these drivers? You see, but we're at the point now, even if Reese Schaefer can't make it, Greg Holt will make it. We're at 14 laps to go when Schaefer pitted 17 laps before Holt did. So I don't know.
We've seen people just pit. Like, now you have to wonder. Some of these drivers are now pitting, so you have to wonder where their fuel situation is.
I don't know if Stutzman's loose or he hit the wall or something. He was slow and wiggling down the back straightaway, but he's back up to speed. I think Thompson's in the pit lane for the long haul, potentially. But Greg Holt now up to a 3-second advantage. 12 laps to go. From the Rock. Out in North Carolina. Reese Schaefer holding station in third. Max Service looking to secure another top 5 finish. A 4th position run for Max Service. Seth Fitzpatrick now a 2.5 clear of Jeremiah Stutzman. Kyle Lingerfelt holding station in 7th. He's now cleared Andrew Pratt by 4 seconds. Devin Smith, Adrian Schumacher, this the battle for 9th.
Race we have witnessed here today. It's been fun, action-packed, and it's been a really great race for Greg Holt here so far. 10 laps to go. Can he finish this thing off? 3 in a row. First time we would have seen 3 in a row in the Outlaw Sim Series.
Look at that run Schumacher has. He's going to shoot to the inside. He'll take over the 9th position from Devin Smith. We're not settled out yet in the 4th position. Service losing time to Seth Fitzpatrick. 9 laps to go. So things are starting to settle out here. I want to say, we talked to Seth Berger in practice. He said as Team Swift Motorsports, they were going to have a decent run, maybe capitalize on I guess, back up what they did last weekend. It's not been that. It
Yeah,
has
it
only
really
been Max
hasn't.
Service in 4th. And then we have Tyler Marco, actually the second driver for Swift Motorsports in 11th. Seth Berger 12th, and Malenko still on pit lane in 24th. Six laps to go for Greg Holt. Max Service is under attack.
You know, with 6 laps to go, if Greg Holt does win this thing, it's gonna be insane to see. You know, we haven't seen 3 in a row. At least I don't believe. And
You best believe those championship drivers, those playoff drivers, they
Oh,
are
yeah.
happy Greg Holt is not eligible.
oh yeah, they are very happy.
Greg
Uh,
Holt is putting on a clinic on this part of the regular season.
When we thought it would be a Malenko type deal in the last part of the season, it hasn't. Greg Holt's really shown how fast he can be at the short tracks.
Yeah, we figured Malenka might have something to say about Lucas Oil, and he had his run-in with Causey, and then Myrtle Beach just got into that late race accident.
5 flags. He finished second to Greg Holt.
He has good cars, but he's not been able to outdo the 3. You know, he's had great runs. Lucas Oil was maybe a little underwhelming, but you know, second at 5 flags and ran up front at Myrtle Beach, came home on the podium. What a run we thought it'd be for Malenko, and what a run! And Garrett Velzy's crashed. Uh-oh.
Oh.
You don't want a late race yellow. Let's see what happened to Garrett Velzy. Velzy slams the wall, and he just pull off the track. He pulls off the track before he causes an accident, I think. Yep, and he'll just pull into the extra pit boxes down on the back straightaway. But through turns 3 and 4, for the penultimate time in the penultimate race of the regular season, 1 lap to go from Rockingham, Greg Holt has a 3.5 second advantage over Joseph Causey.
Race it's been for Greg Holt. He's really shown how fast he can be at these short tracks, like I've said, and he's gonna win this race, and that'll be 3 in a row for this man. What a establishment! What a accomplishment! For lack of better terms, he's pulled off.
For the 4th time this season, Greg Holt, an Outlaws Sim Series winner, 3 wins in a row.
What
for
was
Greg
the 8
Holt.
car doing there? The 8 car just tried to wreck the 3 and he missed.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's something. Joseph Causey will come home second. Reese Schaefer with a charge at the end. Led laps, but not good enough. It'll be 3rd for Schaefer, 4th Fitzpatrick, 5th Max Service. And Greg Holt, what a run. What a run, what a run. And Greg Holt, for the 3rd race in a row, 3rd week in a row, he's going to burn him down on the front straightaway. Race winner, Greg Holt. Greg Holt burns him down on the front straightaway. We will set up our 3rd place finishers interview. And let's talk about it with 3rd place finisher Reese Schaefer. Reese, what happened, my man? What was the strategy called there in that final stint?
Well, you know, I was like P3 or so for a good amount of the run, then a lapper got into me, and so I had damage, and then I pitted, and that caution really screwed me. I ended up a lap down and had to pass that pace car, and then I came back out. I trucked through the field, but the tires were all were basically destroyed. So I came in early, hoping there might be another late rate caution or anything. And even though we didn't get the win tonight, we still gained a lot. When I came into pit road, I think I was like 8th or 7th or so, and ended up P3. So strategy just worked out, just not all the way, but yeah.
Right on. Elaborate more on what happened with the lapped car. First, it seems like a lot of people had trouble with the lapped vehicles, but what happened from your point of view?
I think he just hit the wall and just hit him into me. This track, it's turn 2 especially is like probably the worst place to pass, and that's when we just met. So it's just this was part of this track's walls come up quick. It's basically really reminds me of Darlington a lot, just a lot more banking. So just really just nothing I can really do. So just the way it goes sometimes. It's how the cookie crumbles.
Right on. I'll let your friend Jacob kind of conduct the rest of it. Jacob.
All right, Reese P3 tonight, man. The car was looking pretty good. What would it have been to at least get that win? What would you had to have done better? Talk me through it.
Probably the only way I could have won is if that caution didn't come out and I didn't get damage. We probably would done the same pit cycles with everyone, but that I probably would have came in and got probably a little earlier and hopefully outlasted them, because I didn't think I was too much slower, but the tires are just so important to this track that it's very hard to say what could have happened. So.
And then I wanna pick your brain a little bit. When you pitted, you and Max Service pitted. Talk me through what you guys were thinking after you guys got lapped down. You both.
I knew the tires going through the field, they're always gonna get destroyed. Especially I know like 3 laps I was just hugging the bottom, and you could just hear them screeching. So I knew I had to come in early anyway, and based on the fuel, we can make it 65 laps. And the first run when we came down, I think we had 6 in the tank, so 60 laps. So that wasn't bad. So I decided 60 to go. I was coming down and try hope for the best. And so, if I didn't have the damage, I probably would have done a little bit better. But I honestly don't think I would have gained. I probably would have still ended up P3. So.
Appreciate you coming on here and talking, Reese. Great 3rd place finish tonight, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully, we'll see you at North Wilkesboro, and we'll see if you can go out and grab a win.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Right on, and that's 3rd place finisher Reese Schaefer, and again, what a run. Now, I've been thinking we should have talked to you a little bit more this season. A little bit of a shorter races where Joseph Causey has not been the talk of the town, but Joseph, 2nd place today. How does that feel?
Feels good because it's not one of my best tracks here.
All right, we'll talk about it. Not one of your best tracks, but you look pretty speedy. I don't know. Did you hear me? Did you hear me say we haven't seen you perform the way we expected to based on preseason testing? Did that somehow motivate you from the booth or something?
I didn't even get to hear it. No, I'm freaking. Man, I mean, the competition's gotten tough, man. I mean, basically, that's all it is. I told Greg he didn't have to win them all. But, he didn't listen to me.
I bet you, as a championship competitor, you're very glad he's not eligible.
Yeah, I know. Freaking 3 in a row. Jeez.
All right. Talk about this race, man. You said it's not one of your favorite tracks, or what do you think about this track then?
It's not one of my favorite I like the track, but it's hard. It's like when you come here, it's kind of like how Darlington is. It's hard. It's not freaking. It's very rough. You bounce it up through every turn. Both turns don't feel the same. 2, you try to not knock the wall off at 2, and then freaking knock the inside wall off at 2. So I mean, it's a very hard track. It's not easy.
Yeah, Reese Shaver, we just interviewed. He made the same analogy to Darlington, so that's interesting. A lot of people think it's like Darlington. Let's talk about the race. anything you had for Greg Holt? Was there any strategy call you could have done differently? Anything you could have done differently?
told me he didn't have to go that fast. He could have slowed down, but Greg is, he got to go fast. I couldn't catch him. Yeah, I knew when he got when we had the first run before the caution. He did wear his tires out a little bit more, so I caught back up to him, which looked like, hey, I had maybe a shot. But then after we had a run that we didn't have to run hard. Oh yeah, that went straight out the water. So I'm happy what I got. I got what I got. I'm glad that I got here. So I'll take it, and hopefully Wilkesboro will go better.
Right on. Hey, Jacob, you have any questions for Joseph Kazi?
Yeah, sure. Joseph, how you feeling after that one?
My knees hurt. I'm old.
Looking into North Wilkesboro, how do you feel about North Wilkesboro? It's the last race of the season. How are you feeling?
I like Wilkesboro. I had another league race here last year at Wilkesboro, so I'm looking forward to Wilkesboro.
Do you think you can get a win at North Wilkesboro? Maybe get a win before the playoffs start.
Maybe there's a chance. I say I have a good chance. I did get second in that last year's season for North Wilkesboro, so I look forward to going to Wilkesboro.
That's all I got. If Emerson's got anything else, good race tonight, and hopefully we'll see you back here in the booth again next week in North Wilkesboro.
I hope so.
Right on.
Maybe one better.
Right. That's what we expect from all drivers. Just keep pushing, and I mean, we know you don't have to be motivated at all. You're always motivated, but
yeah.
Once again, congratulations on the second place finish. Best of luck to you next week at North Wilkesboro.
Appreciate it, Emerson.
Rock on. That was driver of the number 88, second place finisher, Mr. Joseph Kazi. And now we have to talk to the man of the hour.
Big bad man.
Once again. Domination, yes, not to the extent of the past 2 weeks, but still, what a race you had, Greg Holt. Greg, talk about it. 4th win on the season.
Yeah, just kept it clean. Used my tires up there in that second run a little bit, kind of playing with Max and just trying to feel the car out, and he just made a poor pit decision, and it ended up hurting him. Otherwise, I was looking forward to getting back up there with him and racing with him. But I was glad to see Kazi's, me and Kazi are teammates on another league, and we, we're in here gelling kind of together. We're kind of like teammates, so glad to see Kazi up there, and Scott Williams as well.
Let's see. If it was not for that second yellow and Max Service, had cycled back out, do you think this race was out of hand?
No. I spent probably 2 laps driving that thing is pretty hard on the outside, which I questioned myself for doing, but I wanted to see. So I literally, I just used up probably like 3 or 4% of the right front tire. I just had to let it cool down. And then when Kazi caught up to me, I let him go. I figured he would drive away from me, but I cooled the tire down and then pulled in line. And after a couple laps, I felt like I was faster than he was again, and we were making time up on Max. So we'll see. Max also said that he got a little wall dinger there just before that pit, so he said it was hurting his car.
Right, we had noticed, he had pulled out to a 3-second lead, and then all of a sudden it just shot down to 2 seconds, and that must have been it. But that would have been, I guess, an interesting dynamic. But I guess enough of the, woulda, coulda, shoulda. What did happen was the caution came out. Were you feeling a bit better? Pretty much one of the heavyweights, now almost down and out.
I mean, I like winning. I like having to race the guys that are going to be quick for it. You know what I mean? I would have rather that he was back up there and running it. That's a challenge. That's what you want, or at least that's what I want. But yeah, I don't think it was out. I know he was fast. I think I know I used up my tires there on that run more than I typically would. Like I said, I'm trying to feel out the wheel and know what it's capable of, and I learned my lesson on that. So I know where I stand with the wheel. How
does the wheel feel?
Feels great. Just I I don't have a feel to the wheel yet of where I know if I'm pushing the car because I feel like I'm so planned into the track. So it's a little bit different. That's just trying to get that muscle memory and train my brain not to overdrive the car because I have the ability to.
Right on. Jacob, you have any questions for now four-time Outlaw Sim Series winner Greg Holt?
Greg Holt, the big bad man of the hour. Greg, you've won. I think you've won 3 in a row. I think it's the first time in Outlaws. It is the first time in Outlaw Sim Series iRacing history. How does that make you feel to be the first person to go back to back to back wins now?
It feels great. It seems like it would be something that's pretty hard in here with all the competition that you guys have. So I gotta tell you, a lot of it's luck. You can't win races if you get wrecked out of them. So everybody's been running clean. I thank them for all that. And it's been fun. I just happy to be here and be able to win.
Now, we were talking about Max Service. Max Service is up there, but if Max Service didn't make that mistake, do you think he would have had a chance to beat you?
He may have. I guess we'll never know. I know he was quick enough. I don't know. Like I said, I pushed myself that second segment more than I should have to stay with him instead of just letting him go and then ride my line. But yeah, maybe he would have. I'm not going to ever take anything away from any of the other drivers. I mean, Max did great. Too bad about getting caught a lap down there, but yeah, he may have had me. I feel like I could have made it up, but he drove away from me, that's for sure. So maybe not.
Good win for you. 3 in a row now. We'll see if you can make it 4 in a row here in North Wilkesboro next week.
Yeah, I don't know. That I haven't. I looked at a picture of that place. I haven't ran there yet. I mean, it's short track. More like the last track we raced than this one, but we'll see.
Right on. That's fair enough. Yeah, Five Flags, I guess, is more like North Wilkesboro. North Wilkesboro is it's a tiny little banked bull ring, if you will. It is. Oh man, that's gonna be interesting. But
no, I can't wait. I love that type of stuff. I mean, I run those things all the time. But these it's harder to get it. You can be quick at a track like this, but it's harder to get an advantage from outbraking people in this. I mean, not like you can on one of the little tracks. You can really burn them up getting in and getting out on a little track. In comparison, I guess.
Right. Well, congratulations again, 3rd win in a row and 4th win on the season. Best luck to you next week at North Wilkesboro, going for win number 5.
Thank you.
Right on, and that was Greg Holt, driver of the number 3, and your race winner here at Rockingham. What a race! Real quick before results, do want to shout out via the chat, and everybody in the chat. We had Mark Berger. Says all good. Number 77 will rise again. Burger Nation props to Team Swift for running up for running the LWI car, and congratulations to number 3. Nice job. You love to see that the camaraderie. With some of the people in the chat. Donovan Craddock. No, I said that, but he said let's go Seth earlier. Right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the results from today's race. And how it shook down. Greg Holt with the win. 3 seconds out in front of Joseph Causey. Reese Schaefer will be 9 seconds back in 3rd. It'll be Seth Fitzpatrick in his first Outlaws Sim Series start. Coming home 4th. A nice top 5 to start it out. Max Service will come home in 5th. Kyle Lingerfelt has a nice little run for 6th. Trying to knot up that playoff battle. That'll help him a lot going into North Wilkesboro. But anything can happen there. Jeremiah Stutzman down in the 7th position. A nice run for Jeremiah. Andrew Pratt will snag a top 10 in last car in the lead lap in 8th. Adrian Schumacher started 25th. He'll come home in 9th. A nice little run for him. And Devin Smith will lock into the playoffs with tonight's run. He'll come home in 10th, 1 lap down. Tyler Markle will be 11th, 1 down, along with Seth Berger, 12th. Not the best showing for Team Swift Motorsports, and it'll be Jason Miz coming home in 13th. Jacob, take us through the next 13, starting 14th.
All right, 14th, Scott R. Williams, newcomer to the league. 14th, not too bad. Joshua McClune in 15th. James Filippi in 16th, actually making it around the track here tonight. James Filippi, 17th. Adam Gardner, 18th. Doug Solms back at it again. Welcome back, Doug. We respect you and hope everything is well. Glad to see you back on the track. 19th, Kevin Thompson. 20th, Garrett Velzy. 21st, you have Landon Cardullo, 32 laps down with that incident that happened earlier in the race. 22nd, Matthew Setzer. 23rd, Eric Peck. 24th, Malenko. 25th, Brandon Richardson. And rounding out the field in 26th, Joshua Gathright.
So, pretty wild race here at Rockingham, and the way it all shook down once again. Need to shout out today's charity, the Matt Brown Foundation. And the cost of a spinal cord injury is extremely high and can be burdensome for both the patients and their families. And it's estimated that in the first year alone, the costs associated with a spinal cord injury can be up to $1 million. The Matt Brown Foundation is a dedicated 501c3 organization committed to helping individuals and families who have suffered or are recovering from spinal cord injuries. And I forgot to mention earlier, today's Pratt, Tile, and Stone Pole Award winner was, again, our race winner, Greg Holt. And Pratt, Tile, and Stone serving all your tiling needs since 2003. But that's going to do it here tonight for the Outlaws Sim Series here at the Rockingham. A great little racetrack. Glad to have it back on the schedule. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, we'll see you all next week. Make sure you tune in next week, February 24th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, North Wilkesboro, the regular season finale. We figure out who is going to be the 13 drivers competing for a championship in 3 weeks' time, starting at Daytona. You're not going to want to miss it. This has been Jacob Zala, Emerson Arnn on the call. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay safe. Stay warm. It is dangerous out there. Stay inside if you have to. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good week. We'll see you next Wednesday.